Hello my friends, it is your brother Hampton from Hybrid Calisthenics. First of all, before I say anything else, the title of this video and the thumbnail, whatever you clicked, is not meant to panic you. It's not meant to be clickbait at all. I am perfectly healthy now, and I have no plans to not be healthy for the foreseeable future. This video is just made in case something happens, because I like to offer a few last words if something were to happen to me. As for why I want to make this kind of video when I'm healthy, I don't know. I just like to plan for things, I guess. I've also had some loved ones die in the past few years, and I think part of me wishes that they had made this kind of video so that I could watch it. I'm kind of surprised more content creators don't make this kind of video, actually. I mean, I'd watch them. But the main message that I would want to leave if something were to happen to me is not very complicated. I'm a pretty simple guy in this regard. And that is, I would want everybody to know, especially my friends, family, and loved ones, not to worry about me. Don't worry about me. Don't pity me. I'm okay. I am dead. There is that. But I'm okay. So I've had some loved ones end up in a situation to where they weren't dead, but they were either in a coma or they suffered enough brain damage to where they couldn't speak. And the entire time they were like this, I was thinking, gee, I wish I could communicate with them so I could ask them how they felt about the situation, if there's anything they want me to do, if they're feeling scared or alone, if they want me to spend more time with them. So if I'm like that, I just want you to know, there's video evidence of this now. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. Please spend time on yourself. Be healthy, happy, and well, and I'll be happy because you are healthy, happy, and well. Don't worry about me too much. And another thing, and I don't mean for this to get too graphic, but we don't know how we're gonna die. Most of us don't know how we're going to die. So there's a chance I could die a grisly, gruesome death somehow. I could die in a horrible car accident, or I could be mauled by a grizzly bear. Second one is probably not as likely, but you know, I don't know, it could happen. So whenever I see things about this on the news, when I read about an article, and especially when there's photos, and if there's photos of me, if I were to die that way, and there's photos of me, and you see a lot of flames, and I'm just lying there like, and it just doesn't look like I'm having a good time. It's like, he's like, wow, Hampton is not having a lot of fun right now. And there's a tendency to think, oh, he must have been so scared and alone in the moments before his death. Nah, again, I'm okay. Don't worry about me. Probably wasn't that scared and alone. Don't worry, because I like my life. See, I love my life in a sense. I'm not in love with myself. Very important distinction, but I like my life, and I'm very blessed to have a good life to where I'm fed and I'm sheltered and I have loved ones and friends that care about me and I care about them. So I consider myself very blessed in that sense. But if in the moments before my death, while I would miss my loved ones, partially because I want to take care of them and partially because I want to spend time with them. So I would feel a little bit sad in the moments before my death. But part of me, there is a part of me that would be like, oh, thank God that this has happened, because I don't get overly worried about things, but I do have responsibilities, and like these meetings that I have to do, these responsibilities that I have, I don't have to worry about them suddenly. I don't have to worry about them. I'm not saying they're like weighing me down and dragging me down and I'm depressed because of them. No, but they're still there, and part of me will be like, woohoo! You know what? You don't come to Hampton about your problems today. Hampton's dead. You go to someone else about your problems. That's okay. That's okay. That meeting that I had to prepare for hours for, I don't have to prepare. I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that. I have something else to do, and that's being dead. So once again, while I would be sad to die, don't worry about me too much, because part of me would be relieved. And something just to add on to that is, and I mean this seriously, there are some fears that I have that some would deem irrational that won't go away until I die. And you'll see what I mean. For example, babies. When I go to some people's houses, they just let their babies crawl on the ground. And in my mind, I'm always like, I see where I'm going. I have good spatial awareness, but in my mind, I'm like, oh no, that baby is just crawling there. What if I step on it? And I think ever since the first time I was tall and I could walk and I saw a baby crawl, I've had this fear of stepping on a baby, and I've never come close. I'm not Hampton the baby stepper, but I've always had a fear of accidentally stepping on a baby because, especially in a party, people have house parties and people are there, they're eating, they're drinking, and their babies are just there, crawling around, and I'm like, I'm gonna put a lot of distance between myself and that baby. So when I die, and I really hope this doesn't happen before I die. I hope this doesn't become like a deleted scene. So when I die, part of me will be like, yes, I am sad about my death, but I am happy that I lived my entire life without stepping on any babies. And if you think, Hampton, this is not a funny thing, you shouldn't joke about that, I agree. Like all the laughter you just saw, that was like partially nervous laughter because I have a fear of accidentally stepping on a baby. So if I die under mysterious circumstances, it was not self-inflicted. Trust no one, especially Bernard. But seriously, and I don't know why this would ever come into question, when I die, I did not cause my own death on purpose. There must have been some other cause. So that's pretty much all I have for now. There's obviously a lot more that I could add, but I told myself I didn't want to make this video too long. I'll probably add to it or remake it every once in a while, maybe once a year. And so we'll see what happens there. Just know that you don't have to worry about me, and know that I spent most of my adult life trying to create things that would be able to move on without me, because that was the purpose. I have no plans to live forever. And the community that we're building, which is you all, if you're watching this, the community that we're building around fitness and health and helping other people is one of the proudest things that I have ever had the privilege of being associated with. So just know that you are all a part of that, and it's probably going to be the biggest thing that I ever do in my life. And I'm taking steps all the time to make sure that it's able to survive if I were to go. But that's why beyond just social media platforms like YouTube, I also want to make groups. I want to make a website. I want to make an app, which is all coming out soon, where people can talk with each other and form hopefully lifelong connections with each other, independent of me. I don't want everything to be about me. And honestly, if I want things to last, the less I'm required, the better. So to Delrose and to all of my loved ones who are too many to name, I love you. I want the best for you. I spend a lot of my living time thinking about you, and if there's a way for me to think and communicate after I die, you can bet that I am actively trying to do that. The code word is pinecone. So thank you for listening, and to anybody that's watching this, I want you to know that I also want you to be happy, and I want the best for you. And I want to thank you for all the joy and everything that you've possibly done for me. Thank you so much once again. Have a wonderful, beautiful life.